Alright guys, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be giving you my best piece of advice for anyone who is playing the Burning Crusade Classic. A lot of people jump into my chat on Twitch and they ask me numerous different questions like what class should I play in TBC, how should I level in TBC, should I do dungeons, should I do solo leveling, what profession should I pick? And normally my default response is do whatever the hell you want to do. Okay, well normally I quote the Hodge Twins video outro, but I'm not going to swear on YouTube so I don't get any, smacked bottom. So, if you want to be a totally sweaty meta slave and research every nook and cranny technique to optimize your character, optimize your DPS and everything like that, to speed run raids as fast as humanly possible, then by all means, go and do that. Okay, if you want to play a DPS class that is at the bottom of the meters for a little bit of tier 4, but then starts to pick up in tier 5, then, who cares? Just go and do it. Play a rogue, play a warrior, play a feral druid, right? This is a game that you, at the end of the day, pay a lot of money for, right? It's £120 a year. Don't know what that is in dollars, but, we pay a lot of money for this game. I know it's not a lot of money for everyone, but for some people it is. And why would you pay so much for a video game and then let other people tell you what to do? Right, don't let a sweaty guild leader make you totally re-roll your class because that guild is too tryhard. Go and join another guild. There's an abundance of different guilds that are less tryhard, which you will probably feel more at home at, right? And don't take advice from YouTubers telling you what classes and professions and techniques are, best, right? In fact, you could totally ignore the advice of this video if you wanted to and just quickly click a Asmongold React video on the sidebar, right? You have the power to do whatever the hell you want to do. Just go ahead and do it, right? You can totally disregard this video if you wanted to. The choice is yours. Obviously, I have to admit there's slight exceptions to that piece of advice, because if somebody, for instance, today asked me, hey, I'm a hunter, I'm a prop paladin, and I'm a warlock, I'm very new to the game, I don't have a raid guild, but I'm looking to be, in a raid guild, then fair enough, you probably will be banging trouble. But at the end of the day, towards the end of tier 4, there's going to be a massive drop-off of players where the opportunity to get a good raid and guild will become much easier. And at the end of the day, finding a pug group as one of those classes is going to be pretty easy for you to do when TBC launches. And these days, you don't really even need to be in a guild to get a good experience out of TBC. You could be in a more social guild or join a guild as a backup social raider and still enjoy the game by sometimes going to your guild raid and then other times just going to organised pugs. There's a lot of organised pugs which are hosted by guilds these days. So yeah, don't have to be enslaved to a guild with a raid schedule. And there's way more to do when it comes to PvP in TBC, okay, because of Arena, and Arena is a lot of fun. I have definitely got the Arena bug. You don't have to play TBC to just try hard raids, and if you're not much of a PvPer, then I would encourage you to at least try a little bit of Arena, because I think you'd be pleasantly surprised. It's a very fun part of the game that I would, encourage you to all to check out. Sometimes I feel like one of the big issues with taking the Burning Crusade too seriously is that you kill the mystery and process of discovering stuff for yourself, okay? And that is what, playing a new MMO is supposed to be all about. Fair enough, TBC isn't a new game, right? It's very difficult to remain ignorant to what classes and techniques are best in slot for playing the game. But I think a little ignorance, a little bit noobishness will ensure that you enjoy the game more in the long term, okay? Because, for instance, when I was playing Classic, my guild leaders, fair enough, I defied them, and that's probably not the best thing to do, but I did defy my guild leaders because they always told me to look up the tactics of every single boss before I turned up to the raid, and I never did that, right? I like to make mistakes and discover things for myself. I never looked up any raid technique video or any guide on Wowhead. I just went into the raid, listened to the guild leader, and discovered everything for myself. I made mistakes and learned from them. I found that to be more fun than just knowing everything before I jumped into the raid. And let's be honest, Classic WoW raiding isn't exactly insanely difficult anyway. You can pick it up there and there. Because if you think about it, guys, if you know absolutely everything about the Burning Crusade before you've stepped into the Dark Portal, then let's be honest, what is the actual point of playing the game? Okay, unless you're in some kind of world-class competitive guild that's competing, for the world first race of particular boss clears or the world's best speed clear of particular raids, and fair enough, your level of fun on that level is by, you know, competing against other people and competing against yourself, right? But the vast majority of people watching this video are not world first runners or world first speedrunners. Personally, I just don't see the point of playing TBC hardcore unless you are an extremely competitive world first guild, like you are in the top guilds, like the top 10 guilds in the entire world. Because what is the point of going hardcore in a game that is, let's be honest, fairly easy and is 15 years old? I mean, that's just the way I look at it personally. I do understand how people get a lot of satisfaction from trying to challenge themselves to get more fun out of the game. And I think, to an extent, that's fair enough, right? That can work for some people. But, I mean, how many people do you know who played Classic, went really hardcore, got totally burned out and bored of the game? So my advice would be to only go hardcore and challenge yourself, like getting top passes and everything like that, if you know you find that fun. Because from my experience, I've always found when I've put less pressure on myself to commit to, like, what, 3 raid nights in a more like, hardcore guild, the less pressure I put on myself, I've always found more fun and satisfaction out of the game. Because I don't want playing World of Warcraft to feel like I'm in some kind of full-time job where I've got a boss who has particular expectations of me and yada yada yada. Fair enough, guilds have to have expectations of people, but at the end of the day, it shouldn't be so serious to the point where it's like a Kitchen Nightmares episode or something like that. If you're still discovering things for the first time 1 year into the future of TBC because you remained a little bit ignorant, you remained a little bit of a noob, you didn't absolutely research everything there is to know, then that's going to feel way more satisfying than never discovering anything about the Burning Crusade for the whole 2 years that you're going to play it. And there's still so much to discover in this game. There'll be new stuff that people haven't even discovered before. Out of the, like, main top dog theory crafters and top guilds, there's probably still new things to be discovered, new exploits, new, you know, strange techniques that are yet to be discovered. World of Warcraft is a game with a lot of depth, okay? So there's just so much to find out about the game. So let's sum up before this video gets a little bit too rambly. First of all, do whatever you want. Don't be a meta slave unless you know that is going to be fun for you. Take your time, sit back, smell the flowers, and enjoy yourself, okay? Make friends, make enemies, kill Illidan, and most importantly, have a beer on me. But make sure it's a good Belgian beer. Anyway guys, that's going to be the end of the video there. My name is MetaGoblin. To my next video. Ciao.